The Soviets left their backyard in a mess. After mining uranium in Kyrgyzstan for their nuclear weapons program, there has been little cleaning up since the Soviet Union collapsed.
There's a number of highly radioactive waste dumps and old uranium dumps in this region. The worry, of course, is not only environmental, it's that terrorists or their supporters could get access to these sites, be able to steal some of the material contained in them and use them in a dirty bomb, in a radiological bomb. So we're off now to have a look at a couple of the sites, just to try and assess the security of them and also to assess the condition of them, whether how bad the deterioration is. We are quite worried about the radioactivity or the radiation threat from them. But we've got some equipment with us which we'll be using to keep us safe, which our guide from the government is also going to wear. He doesn't normally have any equipment. He just has to rely, he says, on milk to counter some of the effects of radiation and vodka to forget about it afterwards.
So this is Malisu town, the town which has all the radioactive waste sites. So we're going to go and check out one of them.
Сейчас мы вот здесь. Вот. Вот он. Нам надо попасть вот. Проедем.
If we want to get here, we've got to go past these two radioactive dumps.
Пойдет, да?
They're all very close to each other. Therefore, it's better just to walk from here.
Well, the suits are really just to protect us from dust. They won't protect us from radiation as such, but they'll protect us from radioactive particles that just we might breathe in, might get lodged in our lungs. That's the thing we really need to avoid. And even just keeping them off our clothing, it would be pretty unhelpful if we got covered in radioactive dust, particularly as the town we're staying in has no water.
The local scientist makes this trip every week to take soil samples. He goes with no protective clothing and he has no Geiger counter.
But this doesn't protect from radiation. Yeah. All this protects from is the dust. All right. This is another of the sites over here. They're not too worried about this one. It's well buried, the radioactive waste. The one we're interested in is further around the corner. So there's a guy here who's pushing his car right next to the waste dump. Yes, problem.
The Soviets buried radioactive waste and uranium in pits in this earthquake-prone area. Our guide said there were several areas on the pits where radiation levels spiked up to more than 1,000 times normal levels. We tried to avoid them, but nowhere was entirely safe.
Okay, we're 0.7, so that's about 7 times normal radiation levels. And we've barely explored this site. This is the first rocks we've got to. It's still going up. But we can see here there's animal droppings. So cattle are allowed to graze here. There's quite a lot of hoof prints everywhere as well. This is another great concern for the people in the area. And the food they're eating may well be contaminated as well. In another field. Well, look at this. We're just passing back to another field. People are already digging this up. .64. And this is in a hole that someone's dug. Yeah. It's still going up, and the longer we hold it there, it's now 0.72, 0.86. No. 0.9, 1.04, so that's 10 times normal background radiation. That's not very good. You see, you've got people living right next to a radioactive site. This is 10 times, and this was just from holding it there for a few seconds, 10 times background radiation levels. We've left the waste dumps up there, and we're now going back to the cars, but really all around us there's dust, there's local people, and there's no security whatsoever. We've got more than a dozen highly radioactive sites here that even the Kyrgyzstan government is worried about. And the officials were always a bit hazy about whether there was any security or not, but now we get here, we see there's absolutely no security at all. There's not a part-time guard, there's not a full-time guard, there's not fencing, there's not barbed wire, there's nothing. And we were just walking through one of those sites and we can see somebody's been digging it up.